That was stupid, and that does hurt. Don't
Boomy
care
in my
about
opinion.
whatever excuse you try to tell me about it.
How do you know
that was stupid,
that people did
and that
die
does
from
hurt
this, right?
Boomy in my opinion.
The Avatar ranking characters video, whatever.
This guy has got to be like the secret best firebender in the show. He has to, because like this guy has literally like Sozin comment level feats with no Sozin's comment. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the scene with the riverboats. Like, of course you have. It's a rhetorical question, but this guy literally had the whole freaking river, a whole huge wall of fire, right, to stop the boats. Like the entire length of the river. Well, not right, the width of the river, man. We never see any other firebender in the entire show do anything remotely as big as that until the comet. Like, I almost feel like they kind of made him too powerful. And then when the comet came, they didn't really remember that, oh, we already had this guy doing stuff like this, right? Like, freaking Zhong is amazing. And like his character that like, he has all this amazing power, but he's afraid of it. Like, it's like he's definitely done some things in the past that he is not proud of. And then to look at his student, right? His student is a freaking crazy person who wants to destroy the moon, right? Like, when you think about stuff like that, then you're like, yeah, like this guy has a reason to fear fire. This guy has a reason to be like, I don't want to teach anyone. I'm a pacifist, right? I really do like Zhong. He's one of my favorite like characters in Avatar, even though he doesn't show up that. He's still one of my favorites. So I'm gonna put him like. I honestly think I like. Yeah, I actually think I like Zhong more than the characters I have in B tier. So yeah, this is a guy from he's like the canyon guy from the Great Divide. He's an alright character though. He's an alright character. I'm gonna put him. He can be by the air acolyte. He's alright. Yeah, he could be a little bit better. This is like one of the like metal bending lieutenants. Don't even remember much about this guy. He looks like he's just a jerk though. I don't know. Maybe he isn't. I'm sorry that I don't remember so much about Korra. It's really the details. I remember Korra. Just the details that are a little foggy to me. I think he's probably a better character than the redheaded chick though. So Jet, I love Jet. Like he's like, okay. Like remember when I was talking about Hama, right? Like Jet actually got a complete arc though. I mean, Hama did too, but I feel like Jet's arc was a little more satisfying. So I'm probably I think Hama's story I feel like is more impactful, but Jet's character is better. I really do like Jet, so I'm putting him right there. Jinora, I love Jinora. I really do like her. I at first I thought she was kind of a Mary Sue, and she kind of is, but I still think there was enough there that I like her. I feel like I would have made her maybe a little less Mary Sue-ish, because she does. Maybe it's just me, but she does kind of come off that way to me. But I really do like her. I'm probably gonna put her between better than her sister. There we go. Okay, June. June is just, your typical badass Earth Kingdom woman. She's literally beat Ryu in a fight, so she's super freaking up there, guys. Like, this lady would probably beat up a couple of these benders on this list. So I'm gonna put her, and she has a really killer voice. I'm gonna put her. I probably like her more than Jiley. I think that's a good place to put June. And she's also gonna be in the comic with Iroh for some reason. I don't like that, but whatever. Judy.
Hello, my name is Judy.
Like, her character isn't much to speak of, but her character is incredibly effective, I think. Like the first thing you're gonna think of when you think of Ba Sing Se and how creepy it is either Long Feng, the Dai Li, or her, right? And the first thing you'll probably actually think about is her, right? I really do like Judy. as much as you can. She doesn't really have a character. She's literally brainwashed the character. But that story is so impactful. Then, somewhere in so about there. That's good. Kai's alright. I do kind of like his rebellious spirit and all that, but I feel like maybe they could have given him more. Like, I feel like he's just kind of one note. He's like this kid who grew up rough and then he got. I mean, I feel like my problem is that I've seen this too many times before. I do like Kai. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like him. He's probably gonna be like right in the middle of like between Jinora and her sister, but I've seen like people like this too much. I feel like they could have done a little bit better. They could have made him a little more unique, I feel. I feel like that's why they tried to give him like Jinora as a love interest. But Katara, a lot of people have some let's say controversial feelings about Katara. Some people think that Katara is way too preachy. Some people think that Katara is way too judgmental. But I like all of those things about Katara. I feel like she just like if you think of like what the ideals of like the Water Tribe is, like a family and love and like, discipline and power and survival. I think Katara embodies all of those things like just like that. Like she's like, yeah, she can be a little like, maybe she's a little overpowered. I don't feel like she should be the best waterbender in the world already and all that. But I still really do love Katara as a character. Like, Katara is the example that pops up in my mind first when I think of strong female character. She really is. Like Katara or Toph, Like, these really are some strong female characters that Bright made, and I really do appreciate that. For there to be, like, a character of color who's written this well, and she's not just, like... And she avoids most of the traps that a lot of supposedly strong female characters fall into, right? No, like, she's just an excellent character who happens to be female, and that's how that should be done. I love Katara. Like, Katara's gonna be ranked pretty high up here. Like, yeah, Katara's gonna do pretty good. Like, I'm honestly, like, gonna put her right by Aang. Boomy! A lot of people are gonna be mad at me. But, like, after that thing and like Omashu, when they go back, right? He's like, Aang, you need to learn neutral Gene or whatever. You do nothing. Oh, I just laughed when the Fire Nation came to my city. Like, that whole thing is plot-induced stupidity, people. It's stupid. The writers did not want Aang to be taught by Boomy. They wanted it to be Toph. I get that. You did not have to make Boomy an idiot to get that across, right? And I don't care what you say. I don't care what kind of argument you try to make. I don't care if you think that the show did it perfect. It didn't. Like, why would he just sit there and wait for an eclipse, man? Like, yeah, like, maybe you could say that, oh, he didn't want his people to get hurt. That's why he surrendered. No! They're still gonna get hurt. They're still gonna have, like, their businesses and livelihoods destroyed. Yeah, you could be like, oh, that's better than being dead. But it's like, how do you know? How do you know that people didn't die from this, right? Maybe not as many as if they had just straight up fought. But, like, freaking, if Omashu has survived for 100 years, it can't be easy to take. It can't be easy to get into. Which tells me that they defended it before for 100 years. He could have done it again. I don't care about whatever excuse you try to tell me about it. That was stupid, and that does hurt Boomy in my opinion. Because it's like one of the only times in the show where you can feel that the writer's like, I messed up, I wrote myself into a corner, but I really want Toph to be a thing. Let's just make Boomy stupid. Like, Boomy is not stupid, man. You get that he's supposed to be like this mad genius who thinks outside the box and all that, right? Surrendering like that and doing that to your people isn't, I'm being a mad genius. It's just being stupid and irresponsible as a king. So that does hurt Boomy a lot. Like, I still like Boomy, but that does hurt him, in my opinion. I really do not like that about his character, that they did that. There was so many better options after you. So like Boomy, like for me, like she would be like an A if it wasn't for that, but because of that, he's gonna end up like probably like right here. He should be higher than that, but I can't put him higher than that because that really pissed me off. This guy, Prince Wu, I think is his name. He's such a nothing character. He's written to be that way. But it's like, he's just such a nothing character. He's gonna be like right there. Just nothing. Like, they make a couple good jokes about him, but it's just nothing to him. Let's be honest. Cole the Face Stealer. This guy right here, if he didn't scar you for life when you were a kid, he'll probably still scar you for life as an adult. This guy is just like the best design, the best voice, the best ambience in the freaking show, guys. Like, I'm still amazed that they even got away with this. Like, I think about this being on TV, on a network that's basically for like 6-year-olds, right? Like, this probably scarred some kids for a long time. I really do like Cole, like his whole aesthetic. Like, he will steal your freaking face right off your body, man. Like, that's some scary stuff. I think I'm gonna put him pretty high, actually. I'm probably gonna put him like maybe that's a little too high. Yeah, right around here with this guy, but higher probably. No, I said higher. Korra. Very, 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 very controversial character. A lot of people still refuse to even watch her freaking show, man. A lot of people do not like Korra, and I understand why. First of all, I feel like Mike and Brian, I get it. I get it. That you're trying to make a woman of color your favorite, not your favorite, your the main character of the show. You already know that you're gonna get pushed back from conservatives, and you're gonna get pushed back from, you know, guys, because this is like a mostly, I would say, a guy-oriented show. It's an action show, right? They knew this, right? But their reaction to that was to just be as annoying as possible, I feel, with her when she first started off. I feel like that was a terrible way to deal with that. Yeah, you were going to get those people who were going to be sexist bigots. You were going to get those people. And those people do deserve to be made fun of. I get it. But it's like when you do that, you're going to end up offending people who would not have been bothered by the main character being a woman of color, who would not have been bothered by that at all. You're going to end up like making people that you don't need to make mad, right? It's like a lot of people just wanted to see more Avatar. They don't care that the next Avatar is going to be a woman. They don't care that she's a girl. Like, but when you shove it down their throat, when you're like, I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it, right? Like, we know that what you're trying to do, but what you're inadvertently doing is demonizing other people, right? You're making other people feel uncomfortable, right? They did not have to deal with Korra that way when they first came out. They really did not. Now, her being like the reverse of Aang, you know, having most of the elements and all that, being hot-headed, that's fine. It's just, I feel like there's not a lot of depth to Korra until later on. Later on, Korra turns into like one of the best characters in the whole franchise, it's on to me. Like her arc is really, really good. She does develop a lot. You know, some spots, they do go too far, where it's like, yeah, we get it, she's a badass woman. Like, I get it, right? Katara was that too, but you never really shoved it down our throats, right? Toph is that too, but you didn't do that, right? Like, I feel like they go too far with Korra sometimes, and that's the reason why people ended up not liking her. Now, a lot of those people were going way too far. Korra is not a bad character. She's an amazing character, especially later on. But, like I said before, all those things that I mentioned really did hurt Korra's character, I feel. I feel like they did not do that, and they had just let Korra be Korra. They had not tried to shove subtext. They had not tried to put like too much of their own attitude into the character. If they had let that go, I feel like Korra would have been better accepted. I feel like some, not all, do not quote me on that. Some of the hate that Korra got is because they wrote her that way. because of scenes like the "you gotta deal with it." Like, I feel like some of the hate that she gets comes directly from that. They should not have done that. They really should not. But like when Korra like when she loses her bending, when Korra when she unlocks airbending, like when she like she's afraid for her father, like when she's like all of that is really good stuff. Like that scene where she helps that guy who's about to jump off the bridge. Like that's the point where I'm like, yeah, Korra is basically taking a shift, right? Like they're starting to write her as a good character first, and all the other stuff second, right? I really do like by book 3. I don't really have a problem with Korra at all.